y'all, and welcome back to the video. Today we are making banana bread, and I always make chocolate chip banana bread. So I've got some bananas that are well past their good eating time, so let's get this going. Alright, so first step is always to grease your pan. I grease mine with butter and it is all ready to go. I like to use my KitchenAid just because I have it and it makes things a little bit easier. I can not worry about mixing it, but you can definitely do this with either a hand mixer or by hand, not a problem. I've been using this banana bread recipe for several years now. I've tweaked it and made it perfect the way I like it, so I will obviously put that in the description down below, but let's get started. So we got to put first our bananas into the mixer. Alright, so that was 3 medium-sized bananas. Now we have 1/3 of a cup of melted butter. So we're going to go ahead and push this in here. And we are going to start mixing this. While this is mixing, I'm going to get the next ingredient started, which is a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and a pinch of salt. Make sure that's soda, not baking powder. And for this entire recipe, you can use only 2 measuring cups. So I have a 1/2 teaspoon and a 3/4 cup. That's really all you need to do this. So I love that about this. Next is 1 egg. And sugar. They're both going to go in at the same time. Let me grab the sugar. So 3/4 cup of sugar. You can do more if you want it sweeter or less if you want less. And you can also use brown sugar if you want. So there's the sugar. Mix up in this egg a little bit. Get it put in. Next is 1 teaspoon of vanilla, so we'll use 2 of our 1/2. It's never enough vanilla. And last, but definitely not least, 1.5 cups of flour, which is 2 3/4 cups. we're gonna let that get all incorporated, and then we will add our chocolate chips. Alright, we're going to keep it at 1, which is a stir, and then we're going to put in... Okay, that ran away. So we're going to put in about a package of chocolate chips, which is about 1 cup, so which is half, or 2 cups, which is half of this. And we're just gonna stop it right there and let that all drip off. All right. Now we're just going to make sure that it got everything off the bottom and that everything is incorporated well. Everything looks good. We're going to go ahead and dump it in. All right. So my husband likes nuts in his, so I'm going to take a handful of pecans, going to mash them up and put them in a part that's just for him. I don't really like nuts in mine. So I don't tend to add it to the whole batter, but if you do, by all means put it in when you put in your chocolate chips. So I'm just going to take a handful here. And then I'm just going to take my spatula and kind of push them in. That way they're not just sitting on top and they actually go throughout the whole bread. All right. Now now it's going to go into the oven. If you're using a regular oven, it's 350 for 55 minutes. I do this in my air fry oven, which is a convection oven, so it's quite a bit different. So let's get this put into there. Okay, we are in the oven. It's on the baking level. It's right there in the middle. We did 315 for about 40 minutes on the convection mode. So that should be about the amount of time. That should be the right amount of time. I never write this part down. I put it in my regular oven sometimes, and then sometimes I do it in my air fry oven. The air fry oven just takes quite a bit less time, and it's a lot smaller. It preheats in 3 minutes instead of like 10 minutes for the regular oven. But it should be good at about 315 for about 40 minutes. So I will bring you back when it's done and we can pull it out of it and see what it looks like. Alright, so it did go a little bit longer than I was thinking, so I actually ended up turning it down to 300 and adding another 15 minutes. It's not that the top wasn't good, because it was, but when I stuck a knife into the middle and pulled it back out, there was a little wet. So I put it back in. This is what it looks like now. Let's get this flipped out of here and onto a plate. Okay. Right out every time. There we go. Now let's go ahead and take a cut. I know you're not supposed to. You're supposed to let it cool completely, but there's nothing better than warm banana bread. So we're just, yeah, we'll get a different knife. I'm just gonna take a little slice here off the end. And then this is the side that's going to have the pecans. So you can see a pecan right there. So we'll go ahead and take a slice out of this side. So that, and down here are all pecans. So it did get all throughout the whole thing. Now I have seen that you can make a frosting, or not a frosting, an icing that goes over this. I haven't tried that yet, but I probably will next time. But this is the perfect thing on this cold winter day. Alright, so this is all I have for you guys today. There will be a lot more videos coming. It's been kind of a crazy weeks, so I'll get back into the swing of this and get some more videos up. I am working on making a ginger bug, something I've been reading about, so I'm pretty excited about that. So that may be the next video. I do need to go to the butcher shop and get some meat, so I'm sure I'll be doing a video on that. So lots of stuff coming up, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks, bye.